Camilla thought she had the whole family handled. She forgot about two people, Princess Anne and Prince William. Number 12 on this list, Anne already confronted her about it, in private. Anne never trusted her, not once in 50 years. William grew up watching exactly why. Anne is the only royal who never bowed to her. William is the one who will outrank her. Together, they are the wall Camilla cannot get around. The second Charles is gone, the protection disappears. Everything she did gets reviewed. These are 20 things Princess Anne and William will never let Camilla get away with. The countdown has already started. Number 1, rewriting history about Diana. Camilla's team has spent years softening her image. Magazine profiles call her misunderstood. Documentaries frame her as Charles's true love. The narrative has shifted to make Diana the obstacle rather than the victim. Anne has never participated in this revision. She has declined interviews that would require her to praise Camilla. She has avoided photo opportunities that would suggest warmth. She has maintained a careful, deliberate distance that speaks louder than any statement. William watches this rewriting happen in real time. He sees articles that minimize his mother. He reads profiles that cast Camilla as a patient woman who simply waited for her turn. His silence is not agreement. His compliance is not acceptance. When William controls the narrative, Diana's truth returns, and Anne will still be there, refusing to contradict it. Number 2, claiming credit for modernizing the monarchy. Camilla's supporters credit her with helping Charles become a better, more relaxed king. They claim she softened him, made him more human, prepared him for the throne. Diana did that work decades ago. Diana showed Charles how to connect with ordinary people. Diana taught the monarchy that warmth mattered. Diana proved that royals could touch AIDS patients and walk through minefields and hold dying children. Anne knows who deserves that credit. She watched Diana transform public expectations while Camilla remained hidden in the shadows. William carries his mother's approach in everything he does. The warmth that made Diana beloved, the accessibility Charles never understood. None of it came from Camilla. She does not get to inherit Diana's legacy while pretending Diana never existed. Number 3, wearing jewels Diana should have worn. The royal vaults hold pieces Diana loved but never got to wear as queen. Emeralds, rubies, tiaras that would have framed her face at state banquets. She never attended. Camilla wears them now. Every state occasion brings photographs of Camilla draped in jewels that Diana should have passed to Catherine. Every tiara Camilla borrows is a reminder of the future Diana was denied. Anne has her own jewels. She wears what belongs to her. She does not borrow pieces that carry weight she has not earned. William knows exactly which pieces Diana intended for Catherine. He has seen Camilla wear them. He has watched his wife attend events where Camilla glitters in stolen glory. Those jewels have an expiration date. When William controls the collection, they return to their rightful line. Number 4, demanding treatment equal to blood royals. Camilla married into the family at 57. She brought no children into the line of succession. She holds her position entirely through marriage to Charles, yet she expects treatment equal to those born royal. Anne is the princess royal. She has worked for the crown since she was 18 years old. She has completed more engagements than any other royal for years running. She earned her position through decades of service. Camilla expects the same reverence after just 2 decades of marriage. Anne does not hide her feelings about this imbalance. Her body language at joint events speaks volumes: the stiff posture, the minimal eye contact, the smile that never reaches her eyes. William sees this too. He knows who has earned their place and who was simply installed. Number 5, acting as if the affair never happened. Camilla's rehabilitation required everyone to forget what she did: the affair, the tampon call, the betrayal of a young bride who was told she was marrying a faithful man. The palace wants this history erased. Anne was there. She remembers the early years of Charles and Diana's marriage. She knows what happened behind closed doors. She watched Diana spiral while Camilla remained Charles's constant companion. That history does not disappear because public relations teams wish it would. William lived that history. He was a child caught between warring parents. He heard things no child should hear. He understood even then that Camilla was the shadow over his mother's marriage. He will never pretend the affair did not happen, and neither will Anne. But here is what Camilla tried to claim that even the palace could not ignore. Number 6. Speaking publicly about Diana. Camilla has occasionally referenced Diana in interviews. Careful statements about understanding the public's feelings, measured acknowledgments of Diana's popularity. Every word is an offense. Anne has never spoken publicly about Diana's private life. She has maintained the dignity that comes from discretion. She understood that some things are not hers to discuss. Camilla does not have that right. She was not Diana's friend. She was not Diana's family. She was the woman Diana identified on national television as the third person in her marriage. William has been clear about who speaks for his mother's memory. He guards her legacy fiercely. Every statement Camilla makes about Diana is noted. Every attempt to position herself as understanding is remembered. She has no right to eulogize the woman she helped destroy. Number 7. Positioning her children for royal favor. Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes are not in the line of succession. They are not working royals. They hold no titles beyond courtesy. But Camilla has worked to elevate them. Tom appears at royal events. Laura's children were part of the coronation. Camilla has steadily positioned her family within the inner circle, blurring the line between blood royals and stepchildren. Anne's children, Peter and Zara, earn their place through their own achievements. They do not trade on Anne's position. They do not appear at state functions expecting treatment they have not earned. William watches Camilla's children receive access that his mother's family was denied. The Spencers were pushed to the margins. Camilla's children are pulled to the center. This imbalance will not survive William's reign. Blood will matter again. Number 8. Expecting William's children to accept her. George, Charlotte, and Louis are Diana's grandchildren. They carry her blood. They will carry her memory. Camilla is not their grandmother. She is their step-grandmother at best, a woman their father tolerates but does not embrace. A presence at family gatherings who will never replace what those children lost before they were born. Anne understands this boundary. She does not pretend relationships exist where they do not. William has been careful about how his children relate to Camilla. Polite but not warm. Present but not close. Nothing like the hugs and laughter that define their time with the Middletons. Camilla will never be allowed to claim Diana's grandchildren as her own. But here is what happened at the coronation, the moment that told everyone watching exactly where Anne stands. Number 9. Taking precedence over Anne at the coronation. At Charles's coronation, Camilla was crowned queen. She sat in a throne that placed her above every other woman in the royal family, including Anne. Anne, who has served the crown for over 50 years. Anne, who has completed more duties than any other royal. Anne, who held her position through birth and earned it through work. Camilla sat above her by virtue of marriage alone. The cameras caught Anne's expression. Cool, controlled, unreadable to anyone who does not know her. But those who watched carefully saw something flicker. William saw it too. He stood in that abbey watching his father crown the woman who destroyed his parents' marriage. He watched his aunt, the hardest working royal in the family, yield precedence to Camilla. That moment is seared into memory. And when William is king, the hierarchy shifts. Anne will finally receive the recognition Charles denied her, and Camilla will learn what it feels like to be pushed down the order of precedence. Number 10. Using Charles's health for sympathy. When Charles announced his cancer diagnosis, Camilla stepped into her favorite role, devoted wife at his bedside, concerned partner speaking to the press. The public ate it up. The narrative served her perfectly. Anne has faced her own health challenges without seeking sympathy. She returned to work weeks after a serious accident. She does not perform her struggles for public consumption. William watched his mother die while Camilla remained healthy. He watched Diana's life cut short while Camilla lived to enjoy everything Diana was denied. He does not begrudge anyone compassion during illness, but he sees how Camilla's team uses Charles's health to rehabilitate her image further. The sympathy Camilla receives is borrowed from Charles's suffering. It is not earned. Number 11, treating long-serving staff with disdain. Diana's staff loved her. They protected her. Many were devastated when she died and further hurt when they were scattered after her death. Camilla's reputation with staff is different. Reports have surfaced over the years of difficult behavior, high turnover, staff who left rather than continue working in her household. Anne is known for being demanding but fair. Her staff remain loyal for decades. She earns their respect through consistency and professionalism. William has reconnected with people who served his mother. He has heard their stories about the difference between Diana's household and what came after. Camilla does not get to mistreat the people who keep the monarchy running, not while Anne sets the standard for how royals should treat their staff. But here is what Anne confronted her about. In private, behind closed doors. The one thing Camilla tried to sell that Anne refused to let stand. Number 12, claiming she saved Charles. The narrative pushed by Camilla's supporters is that she rescued Charles, that she gave him stability, that she made him whole after years of unhappiness. This narrative erases what Charles did to Diana. Charles was not a victim who needed saving. He was an unfaithful husband who prioritized his mistress over his wife. Diana's unhappiness was not an obstacle to Charles's fulfillment. It was a consequence of his choices. Anne lived through this period. She saw who caused what. She does not accept revisionist history that casts Charles as the suffering party. William certainly does not accept it. He knows who his mother was. He knows what his father did. He knows that Camilla did not save Charles from anything except the consequences of his own behavior. Number 13, redecorating spaces Diana made her own. Diana transformed the apartments at Kensington Palace. She raised her children at Highgrove alongside Charles. She put her stamp on the spaces she inhabited. Camilla has redecorated. Clarence House was updated when Charles and Camilla moved in. Highgrove has been changed. The spaces Diana touched have been altered to erase her presence. Anne maintains her properties with respect for their history. She does not erase what came before. William still keeps apartments at Kensington Palace. He walks through rooms his mother decorated. He has preserved what he can. He refuses to let Diana's presence be completely erased. Camilla can change the furniture. She cannot change the memories. Number 14, attempting to influence William's decisions. Camilla reportedly tried to build a relationship with William in the years after Diana's death. Advice offered, guidance suggested, a stepmother's attempt to establish authority. William rejected it. Anne has never attempted to influence William's choices. She respects the line between generations. She offers counsel only when asked. Camilla does not have the standing to guide the future king. She is not his mother. She did not raise him. She does not know what Diana would have wanted. William makes his own decisions, shaped by his mother's memory and his own judgment. Camilla's input is neither sought nor welcome. Number 15, expecting to remain at royal residences. Camilla currently enjoys access to multiple royal properties. Clarence House, Highgrove, the privileges of being queen. These privileges are not permanent. When Charles dies, William becomes king. He decides who lives where. He determines which properties remain available to the Dowager Queen and which return to the Crown's direct control. Anne has her own properties. She does not depend on the monarch's goodwill for her home. Camilla depends entirely on William's future decisions. Every residence she currently enjoys is subject to review. Every privilege can be reconsidered. William has not forgotten that Diana was stripped of her title when she divorced Charles. Camilla may learn what that loss feels like. Number 16, accepting honors Diana was denied. Camilla has received honors and appointments that Diana never had the chance to hold. Patronages, military appointments, positions that reflect her status as queen. Diana died at 36. She never got to be queen. She never received the honors that come with decades of service. She never held the positions that Camilla now occupies. Anne earned every honor she holds through service. Decades of engagements, countless hours of work, a lifetime of dedication. Camilla receives honors through marriage. She accepts positions Diana should have held. She wears titles that should have gone to William's mother. William notices every appointment Camilla receives. Every honor adds to the ledger. Every position she holds is one Diana was denied. Number 17. Acting as Charles's gatekeeper, Camilla controls access to Charles. Visitors go through her approval. Family members work around her preferences. She has positioned herself as the person who determines who sees the king. Anne does not play these games. She has direct access to her brother through decades of relationship. She does not need Camilla's permission to speak with the king. William also does not accept Camilla as gatekeeper. He is the heir. His access to his father does not flow through his father's wife. But Camilla has tried to manage these relationships. She has attempted to position herself as the center through which all access flows. It has not worked, and it never will. Number 18. Pretending unity exists. The palace presents a unified front. Photographs show smiling faces. Official statements emphasize family harmony. The unity is performance. Anne's body language tells a different story. Watch her at any royal gathering. She positions herself away from Camilla. She speaks when required and not a word more. William's body language tells the same story. He stands where he is supposed to stand. He smiles when cameras appear, but there is no affection behind it, just duty. Camilla wants the world to believe she has been accepted. The photographs suggest otherwise to anyone paying attention. The performance ends when Charles dies, and the truth becomes visible. Number 19. Assuming she will be protected after Charles. Camilla's position depends entirely on Charles, his crown, his authority, his insistence that she be treated as queen. When Charles is gone, that protection evaporates. Anne will remain the Princess Royal. Her position is secure regardless of who wears the crown. She is protected by birth and service. William becomes king. He owes Camilla nothing beyond basic courtesy. He is not obligated to maintain her privileges. He's not required to preserve her position. He's not bound by his father's wishes once his father is gone. Camilla has no independent standing. Her entire position rests on Charles's continued life and continued insistence. That is not security. That is borrowed time. Number 20. Inheriting everything Diana was denied. This is the offense that Anne and William will never forgive. Camilla got everything. The title Diana wanted. The crown Diana was promised. The position Diana should have held. The jewels Diana should have worn. The respect Diana fought for and never received. Diana died in a tunnel in Paris while Camilla slept in comfort. Diana's sons lost their mother while Camilla's children kept theirs. Diana was buried. Decades later, Camilla attended her coronation. Everything Diana was denied, Camilla received. Anne remembers Diana as a young bride walking into a family that did not protect her. She watched what happened. She said nothing publicly, but she never forgot. William remembers his mother holding his hand, teaching him, loving him, preparing him for a role she would never see him take. Camilla got the throne. Diana got a grave. That is the offense that cannot be forgiven. That is the injustice Anne and William carry every time they see Camilla wearing Diana's stolen future. The palace calls her queen. Anne and William know what she really is, and the reckoning is coming. 20 offenses, 2 royals who never forgot, 1 countdown that started the day Charles put that crown on her head. The palace wants you to believe Anne and William have accepted Camilla. They have not. And the day is coming when everyone sees what they have known all along. But there is something else Anne and William have been preparing. A list of everything Camilla loses the moment Charles is gone. Click here for 15 things Camilla is about to lose when her only protection disappears.